American Idol runner-up Jon Foster has booked his first gig since the finale. This is exciting news not only for Jon but for his fans. This could be the start of him having shows everywhere. Viewers who are close to the area where he will be performing will be going to see him live and in person. Jon has a lot more coming for fans as well. Keep reading to find out more about this situation. Jon Foster has been working on a new album since being on American Idol. He finished in second place. It was between Jon Foster and Jamal Roberts. However, fans think Jon saw the results early when he was standing there. He peeked at the card Ryan Seacrest was holding and made a face. However, he has revealed that he is working on his first album and cannot wait to release it. Jon loves being in the studio and is getting a lot of that during this time. He will have a song on the album about his late friend Maggie Dunn, who passed away in a car accident. Jon Foster has booked his first gig since being on American Idol. He revealed that he would be in Denham Springs, Louisiana, for the Cajun Country Jam. Breaking news: I'm so happy to be back on the stage this weekend at the Cajun Country Jam. I'll be hopping on the stage at some point during the festival, definitely on Sunday, possibly Saturday, so please come all weekend long so that I can see some of y'all. This is just the beginning. Comment below if you have any questions. Jon Foster is from Louisiana, so it was only fitting that he do his first live show in his home state. It seems as though Jon is going to be performing in Louisiana. He will be at the Cajun Country Jam, so whoever is close and able can come out and see him perform. This is a big thing for Jon, as he more than likely would not have gotten this gig without American Idol. So even though he did not win, he is still getting benefits from the show. The sun dipped below the Los Angeles skyline as the city buzzed with anticipation. It was a night unlike any other, one where dreams, hard work, and raw talent converged in a symphony of hope. For Jon Foster, it was the culmination of months of relentless dedication, emotional rollercoasters, and an unyielding passion for music. Tonight marked his debut performance post, American Idol, a milestone that would define his journey from a hopeful singer to a professional artist. The dawn of a dream. Jon Foster's story wasn't typical. Born in a small town in Georgia, he grew up with a guitar in his hands and a voice that could move mountains. His journey to American Idol had been a whirlwind, years of singing in local bars, battling self-doubt, and dreaming of the big stage. When he finally auditioned and made it to the finals, his life changed overnight. The finale had been televised nationwide, a spectacle of talent, emotion, and celebration. Jon had sung his heart out, delivering a rendition of Someone Like You that brought viewers to tears. The judges had lauded his authenticity, and the audience had responded with thunderous applause. Though he hadn't won the crown, he had captured hearts, and that was enough. The night before, as the days slipped by after the finale, Jon found himself immersed in preparation. His team, a tight-knit group of managers, vocal coaches, and friends, worked around the clock to plan his debut performance. The venue was the legendary Whiskey A Go Go, a place with a storied history in the rock and roll scene, and a fitting stage for a newcomer eager to make his mark. That night, Jon sat alone in his modest hotel room, reflecting on the journey. His acoustic guitar was resting on the bed, and a playlist of his favorite songs played softly in the background. He felt a mixture of excitement and nerves, an adrenaline rush that was both invigorating and terrifying. He picked up his guitar and strummed a few chords, singing softly to himself. The lyrics of his favorite song, Rise Up, echoed in his mind, when the night is dark and cold. And you feel you've lost control. Rise up, believe in you. The dawn will break in you. It was a song that encapsulated his own story, the struggles, the setbacks, and the unwavering hope. D-Day, the morning of the performance. The morning of his debut gig arrived faster than he expected. His manager, Lisa, knocked gently on the door at 8 a.m., a cheerful smile on her face. "Good morning, superstar in the making," she teased. "Morning," Jon replied, rubbing his eyes. "Feels surreal. Today's the day, Jon. You've got this. Remember, authenticity is your strength." They went through the set list, an energetic mix of original songs and soulful covers. Jon was to open with his heartfelt ballad, Rise Up, then transition into an upbeat tune called Lights On, a song he had written during his time on the show. He took a shower, dressed in his signature look, blues jeans, a vintage leather jacket, and a simple white t-shirt. His guitar was slung across his back, a reassuring weight. By mid-morning, he was on his way to the venue, the anticipation building with every mile. Fans, press, friends, and family were already gathering outside, their excitement palpable. The venue, Whiskey A Go Go, the legendary club, was alive with energy. The walls, adorned with posters of rock icons, seemed to hum with history. The stage was modest but powerful, a perfect canvas for a rising star. John stepped backstage, taking deep breaths to steady his nerves. His manager handed him a water bottle and a lucky wristband, a gift from his sister. "Remember, just be yourself," Lisa said softly. He nodded, feeling a surge of confidence. It was time. The first step into the spotlight. The announcer's voice boomed through the speakers, introducing John Foster. "Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, the talented singer-songwriter, John Foster." A surge of applause erupted as John stepped into the spotlight. The house lights dimmed, and the crowd's energy was electric. He took a moment to look out at the sea of faces, fans, friends, strangers, all eager to witness his debut. Then, he began to strum the opening chords of Rise Up. His voice, raw and genuine, filled the room. Every lyric, every note, was infused with the emotion he'd carried through his journey. The audience swayed, some singing along, others captivated by the authenticity in his performance. When he finished the song, the room erupted into applause. He felt a rush of adrenaline, a sense of belonging he'd never experienced before. Connecting through music. Between songs, John shared stories about his hometown, his inspirations, and the lessons learned along the way. His humility and openness endeared him further to the crowd. He performed Lights On, a lively, upbeat number that showcased his versatility and songwriting talent. The crowd danced, clapped, and cheered, fueling his confidence. For his encore, he chose a cover of Imagine by John Lennon, a song that resonated deeply with his hopes for a better world. His voice, soaring and heartfelt, brought tears to some in the audience. As he left the stage, the applause was thunderous. Fans approached backstage, eager to express their admiration. The aftermath. Backstage, John was overwhelmed. His manager hugged him tightly. "You did it," Lisa whispered, her eyes shining. "That was just the beginning," John replied, a mix of exhaustion and exhilaration. His friends and family gathered around, praising his performance. His sister, tears in her eyes, hugged him tightly. "You were incredible, John. I knew you could do it." The night was a whirlwind of interviews, photos, and celebrations. Journalists wanted to know about his journey, his inspirations, and his plans for the future. Reflection and the road ahead. Later that night, John sat alone in his hotel room, reflecting on the day. His phone buzzed incessantly with messages from fans and fellow artists. He picked up his guitar and strummed softly, composing a new song inspired by the evening's emotions. From small-town dreams to neon lights. I've chased my star through endless nights. This is just the start, I know it's true. There's so much more I want to do. He knew the road ahead would be challenging. The music industry was a maze of opportunities and obstacles. But tonight, he felt unstoppable. Embracing the future. Over the coming weeks, John Foster's debut performance marked a turning point. He signed with a record label, released his first single, and began recording his debut album. His story became an inspiration to aspiring musicians everywhere, proof that perseverance, authenticity, and passion could turn dreams into reality. The power of music. For John, music was more than notes and lyrics, it was a vessel for hope, healing, and connection. His journey from a small-town boy to a rising star embodied the transformative power of following one's passion. He knew there would be setbacks, critics, and moments of doubt. But he also knew that with each performance, he was carving his path, one song at a time. Final thoughts. As the night settled, and the city continued to glow, John Foster looked out his hotel window, a gentle smile on his face. The journey was just beginning. He thought of his family, his fans, and himself, standing on the precipice of a new chapter. With a heart full of gratitude and a voice ready to be heard, he whispered a quiet promise, "This is only the start." And with that, he picked up his guitar once more, ready to face whatever the future held, one note at a time.